If you're interested in buying Fallout 76 caps, weapons or items, check out easynpc.com and use my code DTDG for 5% off via the link in the description. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Fallout 76 video on the channel. Today we're going to be showing off a camp by the Fallout 4 guy. Now if you haven't checked him out, he does have a YouTube channel, so go and check him out. He does a lot of Fallout 4 builds, but he also is planning on possibly doing some Fallout 76 builds, so definitely worth checking out. Today we're showing off his pre-existing camp in a pre-existing structure over at Charlestown, so definitely check it out. Hope you guys enjoy it and stuff. If you do, hit the like button for me, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, enjoy this tour, because the shelter, like, it'll take a little bit, but halfway through the video we'll get to the shelter and it is absolutely awesome. So definitely something which, like, you scrappy builders and junky builders are gonna absolutely love. So stay tuned, hope you enjoy, and let's jump straight in. Okay, so today we have Fallout 4 guy who's made a little transition onto Fallout 76 and done a fantastic build to show us today. So, what have you got to show us today?
So, I'd like to pretend I've got some kind of lore or backstory to this, but nope, it's just a shop, just a simple shop. But I do like to kind of make things look fitting and realistic into the world, so hopefully it looks like it should be there. But other than that, it's just simply as a place that you can come and spend your caps with me.
No, very good. I like how you use the pre-existing structures straight away. Like, I didn't look on the map to see where we are. Is it Charleston?
We're just by Charleston.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, there is a little think about this, because this spot, I saw somebody else build here, but they'd built on the roof.
Crap.
I think.
Yeah, I've built here before. I built on that roof. I didn't realise that's where we were. I looked
Yeah,
at the map then. It looked like we were beside
I think
it,
a lot of
I didn't
people.
realise.
I think a lot of people build on the roof, but I noticed he'd got this like an off structure. He'd built really flush, like around this section here, and it gave me an idea to incorporate sort of a building that looks like you go into a building. And that's where I had the idea for this shop. So I wanted to sort of look like this building was attached to that building, and we're going to utilise the building that it's attached to as my shop. So that was kind of where the idea came from, and it just sort of went from there.
Cool. Is it just how many shelters have you got on this build as well?
Just the one. It's just the one. It's very small, but hopefully there's plenty to see in there.
Okay, so
I've got my little doctor here.
Because I've turned the hood off, I don't know where you are half the time, so never mind. It's all good.
I've literally just put this guy here just for something to fill that space with, really, because of the way I've split the shop is in a shelter, and obviously the outside is just exterior camp budget. I had so much budget left outside here that I was just struggling to sort of find things to spend it on, really. So I just thought I'll put a little doctor out there just for the hell of it. It looked like he fit in there.
It's cool that you can do that now, though, isn't it? Like, you can have like a tiny camp, but like make use of the shelters, and by making use of the shelters, really you've got a huge camp because you've got the shelter with all sorts in.
Yeah, when I first heard about the shelters being an interior cell, that was the first thing I thought I'd do, really. But obviously it was disappointing that we couldn't put display cases and vendors in at the start. But as soon as that's been updated now, I was like, that's it, it's time to build my shop that I had planned all this time now. I just need to find a spot for it, and then I noticed someone here, and that was it, really.
Fair enough. Right, so where do we go into the shop? So you've got the medical guy on the right.
If you'll notice outside, it's all very junky out here. So this is like this is the front of the shop, and then there's a little entrance just to the side here. Just follow the signage, basically. I'll let you go first. So
I like how you use the broken chairs. That's a cool idea to give it that junky vibe and the scrappy vibe type of thing. Did you put in the brambles yourself, or were they already there?
No, they're all put in myself as well. A lot of those, obviously just to make it look a bit overgrown, but also to hide rugs and things that stuff's on. Because the floor's a bit uneven here and things kind of float a little bit, so I wanted to sink things down into the ground a little bit just so they look like they're sort of sitting a bit more naturally rather than just being a bit uneven.
Fair enough. Like you got that fence there right into the ground, didn't you? Raider one.
Yeah, that's another rug merging thing into the floor.
Right, okay, and then we go straight into this way. That's the entrance to the actual shop itself then right there.
Yeah, so these shop windows are designed these to sort of look like you're looking into the shop from sort
I
of the
love that.
outside. Well, more into a display.
That looks absolutely awesome. That does. When you sent the pictures over of your camp and I seen that, that was like one of the things that really stood out to me. I might even take a picture of that for the thumbnail because that just looks absolutely brilliant. That does.
There's another one this side. I
Oh,
don't know
did you?
if you. Yeah, there's one this side. I don't know if you
Oh
think
crap! I
this
walked
one's better or
straight
not.
past
This side, but
that. That looks awesome. Yeah, you got the
so
mannequin in there as well. And prices on the weapons. That's
yeah,
always good.
I just thought it was this kind of shop is like a bit of like an American general store type thing is what I've kind of trying to base it off, and they always have these windows out the front where they're all just crammed with like all the gubbins they're selling inside. So I kind of tried to recreate that look. Really, that was
Nice.
all.
I just love how much stuff you managed to fit in there. It just looks so cool.
Do you know? As I mentioned on Discord, because I'm a Fallout 4 builder, really, like one of the things that I'm used to doing is just cramming things in. Obviously, on 76, you don't have the luxury, and it was such a nightmare to try and get things close. Not even like close that they're touching, but the game thinks they're
Oh
touching,
yeah,
So it
yeah.
was got, nope, can't put that down, can't put that down. Yeah, it was a bit of a head doing moment that was trying to get all that
No,
stuff.
it's fair enough. I like this as well. Nice touch over here with the
And
out
then the
of
rest,
order thing on the Armor Ace machine. I like that.
yeah. I just think, like Bethesda are always doing little things like that. They'll have little notes or they'll have little set pieces. I just think little things that are
Yeah.
funny rather than just having it. Because obviously it's not out of
It
order, but
looks
yeah.
cool, doesn't it? And it adds in that scrappy kind of look of the build. Rather than having everything working perfectly, you just
Yeah.
got like a crappy old battered nuclear cola machine in the corner and an old battered machine there.
Yeah, I mean, even this stuff that's stacked up, I tried to kind of make it look like it'd been all sort of just jumbled up on top of each other, but without being able to sort of tilt objects. Yeah, I wasn't really happy with how some of that's lying, but so it's all straight. But I tried to make it look as scrappy as
Ah, you did a
possible.
good
But
job.
yeah, all the stock has just been dumped in. Um,
Oh,
but
very
yeah,
cool. I like it a lot. Alright, shall we dive straight into the shop? Or was there more out here that I missed?
no, I think you can go in if you like.
Alright,
Don't think there's anything else.
totally. Let's have a look then. Okay, this thing just looks absolutely awesome. This is possibly the best shop I've ever seen in this game. Like this looks absolutely just phenomenal. The amount of stuff you put in there. In fact, they use the display cases as well to get like extra stuff in and add it as a
Yeah,
cabinet.
actually, the display case is the yeah, that is because I wanted a
Yeah.
counter, obviously, and like I say, they're based on these kind of shops that have these glass counters, but you can't clip the display case through the floor of the shelters. It just won't. It's not like it's outside where it's in the mud.
Ah,
It
yes,
won't
you've got
go
to
through
build
the
it
floor.
up.
It's recognised as like a hard object. Yeah, so I built the floor around the case. So it was a very simple thing that made it like
Literally
just
made
much
the shop
more
what it
of a
is.
mission to actually have to try and do it.
It's so cool. That
Yeah.
is awesome. You've got so many like nice like attention to detail in there. It looks absolutely brilliant. I love like you put the like banister up here.
So
Obviously, you made it out of the bar bundle, but then you put on the contemporary banister railing things.
Oh yeah,
It's a
yeah,
great
yeah.
touch.
Thanks. That was another thing that just based off those type of shops really that have like a wooden kind of like you see them in American sort of hunting stores where they have like a wooden top and they have like this little frame where they put things on and display stuff. It's kind of like what that is
It's
really.
just this looks beautiful. I love this thing over here as well. By the way, I seen this a
Thank you,
second
mate.
ago. The mannequin you've got in this little kind of display window, which is like obviously the Nuka Cola door. But that looks so cool.
Yeah, I wanted more mannequins, but to believe it or not, I've actually filled the budget in
Oh
this in
really?
this
Oh, does
place.
this go
It's
on?
maxed. I can't put
Hang on,
anything
so this
else.
goes on
Yeah, yeah,
further, does it? It's not just this little shop area here.
yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
No, there's more. Well, not much. It's still this area, but yeah, there's an upstairs. You might want to look behind the counter first. There's like a workshop behind there. If you go around back where the
Before
staff
I
would
do
be.
that, I love the look of this. This
So
pool table in the corner. You've crammed it all in and merged the
press the
try
press the
me.
button and it says "Try me." It comes on.
Oh wow, nice. I love how it turns on the train set as well. That's really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Oh, very cool.
We get that annoying
Yeah,
sound all the
turn
time
it
though.
off. Turned on the telly as well. I just realised it turned off. Very cool. That looks brilliant. Right, so check behind the counter then, yeah?
Yeah, so yeah, this is like a working shop. So obviously, I needed like somewhere to not just look good, but somewhere to craft all my stuff. So backstage, if you like, or where the employees would be. There's a little workshop back there. It's got my crafting benches and
Nice.
things in.
Nice and condensed as well. I
And I
like
can
that. I've always loved this. Like, this has been a thing
keep
that
an
I've
eye.
always loved. And that's like workshops and like where you've got all your workbenches. That's literally like really crammed in. It's not just a big square room with them all dotted around the outside. It's got like other things in here, and there's a little bit of a layout going on with it and stuff.
Yeah, well, obviously it's just a big square room,
No,
but
but
yeah,
the
just
layout
trying
of
to
it, like,
make it look a bit
yeah,
more
like the way you've
interesting.
done it to have
Yeah,
like you've got this walk around. You come around here, then you go around there, and then obviously the shelves and stuff thrown in. It's more than just kind of having a literally like 3x2 room and just having workbenches on all the exterior walls and a big opening in the middle.
yeah, thanks. Oh, well, I'm glad you kind of appreciate that because it is sort of trickier than you'd think just to make a big square room look, like it's
Yeah.
interesting by just dividing the room up a little bit. So yeah, it was one of those things where I needed to sort of be careful with the budget because I actually thought I was going to have so much builds barring this left. I was like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. I'll build everything. I'll be strapped for I'll be trying to use up more things just for the sake of it. Yeah, it wasn't the case. I ran out of space quite quickly and I had to sort of dial it back a bit. So when I got to the workshop, which was one of the last things I did build, it was really like, well, I can't actually afford to sort of waste budget now. I'm going to try and make this place look crammed without actually putting too much in here, if you know what I mean.
Not fair.
You can open that curtain. There's just that's where my power is in there,
Right,
just where the
okay.
power thing is in the wall.
Oh, cool. It's quite a cool idea, really, because obviously you've got all that junk behind there that's already there.
Yeah, I just thought it was. If anybody did look behind it, it looked like it was meant to be like that.
What's in there?
I've got a little kitchen here. That's all.
That's locked.
The door that literally just goes out to the
Right,
vault
so it's just
itself.
there
There's
for
nothing
effect
actually in
type
there.
thing, rather than having a plain wall.
Yeah.
Nice.
Remember that outside, this is a building, so I wanted to make it look like it was the back door to
Good
the building.
idea. I like that. I like what we did with the signs, by the way, on here as well. Put them up against the display cases, so you can't see that they're actually display cases from this side. Nice idea.
Yeah. Again, just to kind of break it up and make it look like it's sort of got doors on, like or something, like just to.
Nice.
I mean, these display cases, like that's probably why the budget got used up so quick. There's a lot of guns in there that are not just. If you look, they're overlapping each other, which is why there's more guns in there than you'd probably normally get if you just put weapon displays on the wall. There's they're like layered over,
Nice.
and then you've got like Nuka-Colas and all things in there.
Looks great. I love this shop front here. It looks so good.
Thank you.
Upstairs.
So up here is like a little office area.
Balcony on the front.
More stock, yeah.
I like this idea of putting this in the doorway. It kind of works.
Well, that was another way of trying to save budget, because I needed a bathroom somewhere, and I thought, well, if I just put that toilet in,
it's good as well,
it saves me a bit of budget.
To be fair, most bathrooms in this game are always a bit just meh. They're always pretty much look the same. There's nothing really to them. It's just a one by one, and it's literally like one foundation with a toilet and a bath in, and maybe a cabinet or a mirror. But to have that.
Well, they're always completely pointless.
Exactly, yeah.
You don't need them.
So just
but,
that's such a simple idea. It looks really good. I like that. Oh.
You couldn't look behind the curtains, so that's my bed behind the curtains.
Oh, very nice. You've got that dead condensed as well. A suitcase under the bed, shelving going on. That looks awesome.
My little TV bed look. TV at the bottom.
And then fancy ones where it comes up out the wood.
And then that's it. Yeah, he's trying to live the olden days where they used to do that. And then I feel like I can watch the punters down here. Just
Oh,
kind of.
nice.
That's what the idea of the window is like, and the terminal just controls all the switches in their place, just in case. Because you can shut the workshop off from downstairs. So if anybody ever shuts it in, sort of fast travels out, I can at least open it from the terminal. There's a switch. I don't know
I
if you
did see
saw that
one
on
in
the
there. I don't
wall.
know what it was though.
Um,
In the workbench.
yeah, it's just it's just a switch for the door. I'll show you.
Ah, you threw that in there as well. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I can kind of shut that off. It turns the power off on the other side as well, so it looks like it's kind of closed. But it's more so if I'm just in here working and I
How
don't
does
want
it
people
look from
running
out here?
around, basically. I'll show you. The only thing I couldn't get it to turn off was the open sign, which really bothered me. It wouldn't
No.
depower the open sign.
That
That just
looks
annoyed me. I don't know why it wouldn't
brilliant.
do
That
that.
does. Nice. I love it. I don't know why. It's another thing that I really love. When people do that, I think Lexcellent had a camp where basically his entire camp had one switch, and if you press the switch, all of the shutters came down and shut off every window to his camp, and it looked brilliant. So, yeah, very nice.
There's something to do with the I don't know, like a security aspect of it that feels
Yeah,
kind of safe when you've got such a
especially in
thing.
like a post-apocalyptic
It's
world,
like,
it seems like a proper viable thing to do. So, I like that. Oh, this is brilliant.
well, I would have liked to have like mesh across the front of this, but there was nothing that I could put in that would work. I tried the chain link fences, but they just
Yeah,
didn't look right because of the barbed wire
yeah,
sticking out the top. And I would have liked to have like a mesh front on this, so it felt a little bit more like well, like say post-apocalyptic, like the purveyor. Like the purveyor's got that kind of
oh yeah, yeah. I know what you
um,
mean, like a chicken
that
wire type of thing.
sort of like that
Yeah,
security fence thing on the front. Um, and then I ended up obviously opting for this kind of style instead, where it was more like
oh,
friendly
that's
and
cool.
open. But
I like the touch of having these mats on the floor as well,
but
just to
yeah,
kind of, I don't know, make it look different. Like it looks a lot better than if they weren't there. If that was just a plain open floor with the red and white stripes, and then are these half floors? Is that why they're normal wood?
yes. So that's you can kind of see how I've got the counters in the
Yeah,
floor now, the display cases, because the half floors just make that shape up. Because you can't mesh the floor into the display case. You've got to use the half floors
yeah.
to line it up really carefully,
Oh, very
basically.
cool.
Um, I mean, I don't know if you want to see outside the vault, just so you can see how I've built it. I don't know. It's not really that interesting, but
Yeah.
kind of behind it takes the
Behind the
magic
scenes.
away.
That's mad, isn't it? Like how much space there
Yeah,
still
and
is
you
in
can.
there.
I
Crazy.
know, and to think that that's max
That's
budget,
insane, isn't it?
but you can see the display
Yeah.
cases there. They're underneath it on rugs.
Oh, you've done well with the walls. How have you done the walls then? Did you hide off half?
What do you mean?
You've got that there. That's there. Oh, have you merged that bit of the... No. Why not?
Oh, how are the walls working over
Yeah.
the gaps? You mean? Oh, a lot of them are just lined up manually without these snapping on.
Alright. But then how's the floors not overhanging
I
them?
just turns.
'Cause you've got half a floor here,
Um,
then you've got the display case, then you've got half a floor again. So there's one full floor with them,
oh,
and another floor and another floor.
yeah. I think the full floor snaps then to the other wall that's existing, so it kind of overlaps itself
Ah,
then.
right, okay.
Um, but it won't snap into the display case, so you can snap the floors over themselves. Well, to a degree, which is probably what's happened on that.
Oh,
But
fair
yeah,
enough.
a lot of it was just kind of like keep trying until it let me do it.
Ah, this is brilliant. I like it.
But it looks, I mean, it looks pretty crap
I
obviously
know
from out
it
here.
does.
It's
Like you
like no
say,
one's ever
it
supposed to
does
see this
ruin it a
bit.
little bit, doesn't it, when you see it from the outside. Keep the door locked.
Takes the magic
Keep the
away.
door locked. Don't let anyone out there. No, but this is brilliant. Thank you for showing us, Matt.
No, you're welcome. Thank you for taking the time to have a look. I'm glad you liked it. Wasn't sure if it would be, enough because obviously there's not many rooms and things to look around. I didn't think it'd be, that interesting. But
No, but it's
hopefully that it
brilliant though. Like
was.
I love these type of builds where it's loads of stuff crammed together. They are like my favourite type of builds in Fallout. So yeah, you absolutely smashed it. But definitely go check out some of your builds as well on Fallout 4
Thank you,
since I haven't
mate.
seen them yet. So
Yeah, of course, feel free. If you like Fallout 4 stuff, then yeah, have a look by
Definitely.
all means.
Alright, well, thanks a lot. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Fallout 4 Guys Camp Build and Shelter Build. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. That shelter was absolutely awesome. Them shop windows were absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I loved it. So thank you for showing us around Fallout 4 Guy. Make sure to check out his YouTube channel, guys. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, follow me and subscribe if you're a good egg, because I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bam! Oh, we lost focus. We've lost focus again. Oh my god. I need a haircut.